Sherry was a firecracker. It was awesome having her. Hopefully my first and only honorary black belt. It wasn't a matter of if she was going to get a black belt, it was when, so we thought that was appropriate today to reward her and her family that. We love you, we miss you, we'll never forget.
All right, guys, you never got to meet Sherry in a Fight Tips video, but I thought I'd share a quick story with you. So a couple years ago, we were doing a tournament. I had driven down in my van because I was going to camp out there. So she was supposed to fight Friday night. It got pushed because this organization, she had to fight Saturday morning. So she calls me up the next morning at like 6:30 in the morning, and she's like, I'm fighting in 15 minutes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, go back to sleep. And she's like, no, I'm here. Come outside of your van and come fight. So I jumped out of the van. I'm still half asleep. Wrapped her hands real quick. Sure enough, she was fighting at 7 a.m., got in the ring, and I, half asleep, I'm like, let's just jab and low kick. Let's keep it simple. She went out, bounced the girl's head back with the jab, chopping her leg with the low kick, and I was like, it's working. Let's do that for 2 more rounds. She absolutely smoked her opponent, but we continued to joke about that throughout the rest of our time training together. Sherry, I miss you. You were a great asset to the team. You were an epitome of a great martial artist, and we'll always keep you in our hearts and in our soul when we train and when we fight.
Jab over, reset, 1, 2, right? Then jab over low, body, outside, and then I know he's got his hands high. Boom. Jab, boom, and then I'm going here. Right down in side control. I shouldn't have to deal with his guard at all if I'm driving the head to the floor and tapping the knee.
Favorite memory of Sherry is just how passionate and playful she was. In sparring, she was always talking smack, throwing flurries. We love her, and we're going to miss her.
Every fight team, she would come in, and I call her baby hands, and then follow up with a 17-hit combo straight to my face. And I loved it. I love you, Sherry. Rest in peace.
Sherry, love you, miss you. Miss that spinning back fist you could throw at me. Love you forever.
I'm going to go jab over and start as high, and I'm just going to fit my underhook in, right? Now, if I was going to go right to an over-under, then I have to do a lot more work. I want everyone to try off the overhand. Bang. When I get inside, I'm going to step with my rear foot and go right to that side clinch position. So I end up hip to hip. The hand that went underhook is around the neck. Palm up, palm down. I squeeze my forearms together. My head is the most crucial part of this clinch. My head is in their neck, in their chin. I'm like this. I'm being mean. I'm here. My hips are tight. So it's hard for him to do any throws. He can't Uchimata me. He can't outside trip. I don't want to be this guy right away. Okay? So I'm here. From here now, it's a perfect opportunity to throw some side knees, right? So I can side knee from here. I can sweep easily from this way.
Best memories, always sparring with her. Loved it. She's just strong. She's smart. She's calculated. And everything about it was great in terms of me learning from her. And I've been doing this 13 years. So I think that's a real credit to her. I'm going to miss her a lot. And, one day we'll spar again.
Sherry was a great person. I loved training with her. Our relationship was built on nothing but just 100% love and support. And I'll miss her and I'll love her forever.
Once we get to the single, lift to the armpit, clear your inside leg, shoot right to the armpit, tap the knee. Okay? One more. So jab over. I get to my side clinch, I'm here. Couple knees. Boom. Level change. I get my single. He starts to whizzer. He's giving me trouble. Look, right leg steps as I lift. Punch. Right inside control. Clinch. So jab over. His hands are high. Some of you guys were like, Coach, what if his hand's low? Well, then you knock him out with the overhand.
Sherry, miss having you in class. Always great to see you when you were here. I know I always gave you a hard time, and I treated you just like any other student because you were always one of the hardest workers in the room. So, rest easy and miss having you around.
Hey Sherry, we miss you over here. Family's missing you, the team's missing you. What I'm going to take out of this whole thing is to live the way you live. Pedal down and just go, all right? Live my life the best that I can, the best for my family and my team, and it's all going to be for you.
You guys are in. Get our shot. If I can run it, run it. If he gives me resistance, go into that run the fight, go back to that double, right, get into the turtle. Last one. Here, we're running it. Let's go of my neck. I'm looking up like I'm trying to find the back of his head, rotating over, getting my hands locked, and now.
She was my piece whenever I had a fight coming up. She was always a grinder in the gym, and she'd always be like one of my number one fans, number one friends, and she'll always be in my heart. And every fight when I go in there, I know she's an angel watching over me, and I'm always going to leave it all on the line because I know she's in the cage with me with the best seat in the house. Love you, Sherry.
It was always a pleasure having Sherry in my jiu-jitsu class. She was always a game competitor and one of the hardest roles for sure. You know, out of a class of 30 people, Sherry was always a tough challenge. So we miss you, Sherry.
I'm going to go down with the underhook side, anchor to the tricep or the shoulder, okay? Now I just have my opponent's hand, their palm, right by their belly button. It could be the chest, just a little bit. Now watch, my top leg, my calf comes over the elbow. I look at my palm, I grab my shin. Now I'm going to do a leg curl, and I'm going to pull behind. Now I have all this space behind for my hand to come out if I wanted to hit, or it's a 2-on-1 fight from here. She's still defending, she's got her chin tucked. You know, even in jiu-jitsu, what I'm going to do is I'm going to palm strike the pinky, don't let go over the hand. Use my forearm to pick up on the nose of the face. Now I cinch that in. Now I'm going to drop my tricep, and when I'm ready, I hide my hand.
My favorite memory of Sherry was a week before my amateur fight, and we were fighting on the same card, and she said, "You ready to pop this cherry?" And that encapsulates her personality pretty well for me. That's one of my best memories of Sherry.
Sherry is part of our Filipino family, obviously our Beacon MMA family. We share the love for ube, training, and all things Filipino. We miss you, Sherry.
Miss you, Sherry, so much.
A lot of times, fighters back up and they do the lead hook, right? We're going to do as we land the cross, step forward, your lead hook goes to the face. It's called a flip, right? Here, you got the shot. Bang, outside the kitchen, boom. Now, when you throw, take a step forward. Look, here. Listen, start outside, work your way in. All right, outside, work your way in. Go. All right. Work on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Sherry, didn't know you a long time, man, but from what I did, I'm going to continue to live life just like you did. Life in full throttle, 0 fears, 0 regrets. Fly high.
We love and miss you, and yeah, it's not the same without you.
2 body kicks. 1, 2, fake hook cross. The threat of the kick is what's going to do this. I don't need to go like, and like supersell it. I just need to drive it with my hands high on the ball of the foot. Drive, hook cross. You could even drill it to get used to it on both sides. I go right kick, fake, hook cross. Then I go left kick, fake, hook cross. And that's how you develop that hook cross from both ends. So the first part, I go flare, body. Now I'll set it up, body. And then the third time, load it to your butt on purpose, level change head off center, and then whip it up top with the other hand up. 2, 3!